you live this life or walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Vow to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here with my man Fleece. What's going on, Fleece?
How you doing, big bro?
Man, I'm doing good. We're going to have a serious conversation today. But first, I want to ask you a question. I think Puffy probably been locked up, what, a month now or close to it? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks. What do you think he's going through now?
Moisturizing. That's what he's going through. See, y'all don't get it. The man, first of all, penitentiary is a sissy's paradise. And guys in there just wait on somebody to come in there to give up some butt or to get involved in some homosexual activities. He's in the right spot. Moisturizing with these. Man, and he's happy. He's happy. He's in a place.
Hold on. There's no way with all that money he's happy to be in there.
Man, that man is happy. What is above his money? He done already showed what he put above money is sex. He had the money to buy the sex, but he put sex before that because he took a chance of losing everything he got and know it. No, he knew he was going too far, but you know what? The sexual urge motivated him to continue. And now that he's locked up, with people winking at him and, what's up, baby? Puff, what's up? You know I want some of that. Come on, nigga.
They not saying it to him.
I'm saying they would, but right now he's probably in a spot where can't nobody get close around his cell or nothing, except to go and be with him. I know how they do stuff. I did 40 years in prison. So I know all the security measures they gonna use, right? He gonna be on the walk, and can't no inmate go on that walk unless escorted by the guard. And the guard will tell him you can't stop and talk to him. If you're going to clean the wall, we're going to follow you while you sweep. Hand him a broom and mop. Let him sweep his cell out. And let's go. No more contact. So he's fine on being safe. And they're going to make sure he got, because of his celebrity status and the fact he got money, they scared for real. Because they know he can sue them, so he gonna get everything clean, his blankets, his sheets, his underwear, all that's gonna be spotless, brand new really. They gonna give him that because they don't want the lawsuits and all that. They know he can take them out. So they gonna make sure his food is respected, and he get enough to eat. And so, he gonna be on a quiet walk where ain't gonna be a lot of beating and banging and fighting and stuff. He's on a secure walk, so that's how they'll do him. I know how they do it. Like I said, I did 40 years.
There's been a couple people saying that he had so many bottles, 1,000 bottles, because it may have been some chemicals or some drugs in the baby oil. Infused in the baby oil.
No, I don't believe that because that's against the law. And at the same time, Johnson & Johnson, I don't care how much money you got, he ain't got as much as they do. And they not gonna let nobody take their products and screw the top off and put chemicals in it and screw it back on. And
no, he could have had it done himself though. I don't know if they were sealed. He could have had it done. That's what some people are saying, that it was something in it.
I look at his parties like I would have went. I ain't gonna lie, I would have went. Because I go to parties where it's off the chain. They got weed, they got real drinks. It's a lot of girls, whatever you looking for in her. He had it all, man. And the baby oil, he already know most of them is freaks, right? He want them to get their freak on. Get your freak on. My house is so big, man. I got so many rooms. Y'all can go in, grab you some baby oil, go over and get your freak on. And that's what it was, a freak on party. And so people didn't know how to conduct themselves, right? You know, he had the wrong people in there. You know, I mean, man, there was bombs in her, man, bombshells in her, ready to do whatever. And it just turned out different. But he got to stay in jail till February of next year. And he trying to show people now he got good spirit. He come in the courtroom dancing like, you know, this ain't nothing. He's happy.
Who's coming in there dancing?
Puff Daddy did when he went to his arraignment.
You sure?
Yeah, they showed him coming to the courtroom dancing and stuff, man. I mean,
I'm gonna have to look at it. I don't know about that.
But I'll tell you what.
I told you quit looking at all that YouTube stuff.
I can tell you this much, that YouTube, nobody can fake me out on. I did 40 years in prison. I know how they run prisons. I know how a prison is ran. And I can guarantee you right now, yeah, what's going to destroy him, it ain't the prison. It ain't going to be the fact that he can't drive, he ain't got his cars and clothes and jewelry. What's going to hurt him more than anything in that prison is all the people that came against him, the ones that he treated, the ones that he gave drinks to, toasted, the ones he thought was his friend, all of them coming out with saying things about him, and all of them is wishing him dead, wishing he never get out, wishing he died in there. Just to lay in your cell and visualize that, I'm going to tell you what's going through his mind. His thoughts, he'll kill him. If he ever get out, if he ever get a chance, he'll wipe him off the face of this earth. And that's going through his mind. And the realization ain't hit him until Thanksgiving and Christmas. When them two holidays come upon him, and he's still locked up, and he got to hear what everybody is telling him, how they Christmas was, and he wasn't there, and oh boy, it's gonna turn him up. He gonna start breaking down all that fronting. He'll come in the courtroom dancing and wiggling like he's I'm good, man. No, he ain't. That's fronting. When them holidays pass and then New Year's, and he already know, man, if he was out on New Year's, he'll be at Times Square. He'll be there with all the movie stars and celebrities. He'll be right there in the limelight. But to be in a cell where you ain't got no TV, you can only read about shit in the newspaper. Who did the New Year's, you know how they having parties and stuff. Puff Daddy could have went to all that. That's gonna turn him off. Now that's when he's gonna start breaking down. When Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's hit. That's when his whole demeanor. If he's still locked up, hey, he gonna be tore up. He gonna start getting real hateful and mean, and his lawyers and stuff is, man, they gonna let him know. They letting him know now. You'll never get out. Now, if I was him, here's what I'd do. I have my people to go into one of them little country towns, a little country town, and have somebody to put a charge on me, to have me brought back to that court in that little bitty small town, and that's where I leave from. they would take me there and I would leave from her. Because they got to take you there to arrange you. You know, facial accuser and all this stuff. And they, because of his celebrity status, they be trying to guard him down, but it won't be that many. I leave from her. Ain't no way in the world I can have $2 million and let somebody lock me up and tell me I'm going to spend the rest of my life. Man, are you crazy? I would spend everything in my arsenal to get myself out. And we'll do it. I wouldn't care if I had to have people to put charges on me. Man, going to country town, one of these little small towns where they don't have a police force, they just got sheriffs and stuff like that. And when they go to arraign me, man, get me the hell up out of here. And you'll never see me again. That type of stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on. And it's ridiculous how black people, after all we went through in this country and still going through, and the ones that manages to reach the top, you know, not all of us can manage to get there, but we got people like Obama, Michelle, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Boosie, and all the girls, Mary J. and them. They made it. They would manage to get to the top. And once you get there, you got to secure yourself, man. I'm never going back down where I just came from. And to see this man do this reckless stuff, trust all these people. Throw all these wild parties. Just like I told my wife when we got married, she said she wanted a big marriage. No, I'm not. I'm not going to invite people spend $20,000, $30,000 on a wedding, and all they going to do is come in there and eat your stuff and talk behind your back on their way out. I already know they how they do shit. I said, if I throw a party, you going to have Kool-Aid, pimento cheese, or some old shit like that on crackers. That's it. I go down there to a food pantry where they give that stuff free and serve it to you. No, seriously, we won't have one at all. So she decided, let's just get married without a wedding. You know, big. I ain't with that, man. And Puff Daddy, he shouldn't have been with it. You invite all these people, I mean, common sense, they coming into your house for one reason. To get connected, to make money, to get some money. All this stuff, you know. And this stuff just went crazy. Now this man with all this money is in jail. Can't spend none of it. Can't buy nothing but prison commissary, whatever the prison let him buy. And he be limited to 100 and something a week that he can spend. And so and look at Dr. Dre and them, Snoop Dogg and them, they still out there. They still out there. They ain't got in them situations where they don't throw all these lavish parties and stuff, man. Blackmail and all this stuff. I tell you what, if I was Puff Daddy, I'd be in a position right now to make even 3 times more money locked up than I was when I was out. And I can, they gonna turn him up. They gonna turn him up, and they convict him, and he appeal. It takes, what, 6, 8 years for an appeal to finalize? Hell, he be locked up 12, 15, 20 years before the Supreme Court can say, yeah, they violated his rights after about 12 years of being locked up. I mean, look at his age, look at how old he'll be then.
He'll be your age when he get out.
If he get out. And so, what good is all that? He had an opportunity to run, and anybody out there that think, it's to anybody out there, I'm going to tell you, If I thought I was a part, I'm a celebrity. I got all this money. I went to his parties, have a good time, and, I didn't think all this would happen. But I know now they getting ready to involve me. I'm gone. I'm going to get me a house in another country with no extradition, and I'm going to stay there until all this stuff finalized. So when they start going after celebrities, I'm already in the spot. If you looking for me, you never get me. But the craziest thing, this is the last thing I got to say about this. Everybody decided to crucify him. Crucify this man that threw all these lavish parties. Crucify him. But here we got a man and being convicted of 34 felonies, running for president. And ain't nobody saying nothing.
That was my next question. I was going to ask you about the election. What do you think about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump first of all, he's a punk. To me, he's one of them old white trashy punks, right? I'm just putting it out there. He's an old punk that learned manipulation. He's a master of manipulating, and he says shit that people want to hear because it's funny. It makes him laugh and all this shit. And so he's nasty. He got that gangster stuff in him a little. Well, he want to be like one of the gangsters. We all heard of Al Capone when they was in Chicago, taking over the city. They had gangsters that was threatening to take over New York, the whole city. I mean, they had judges, politicians, mayors, senators, polices, in their pocket on their payroll. They paying for this. But the United States government came against them. And it took years and years to finally get them out. Then we heard of John Gotti, all of them. Now Donald Trump he's in that same lane with them. A little higher in power though. So he knows his mistakes, man. And he knows that if he got the majority that'll put him in office, then he got a majority that will go along with what he's going to do when he get in office. His thing is to stay in office now. If he makes it in there this time, it'll be like he ain't going to come out. He almost didn't come out this last time when he fought to transfer the power. He didn't want to do that. They had almost fight him. So if he gets back in, he's going to put himself in a position where he's a king. Democracy is gone. I'm king, my wife is queen. And if they got him as president and then they over the house, boy, listen to this. This is why black people that do vote for Trump, this is why they vote for him. When Trump was in office, the middle class, the black middle class people, the ones that got the trucks, that do houses, they got their own cleaning services and businesses, they profit off of Trump. And this is how they did it. Trump would take money from the poor people, the benefits and stuff, the food stamps and all that. He'll take all that money and he'll give it to the middle class. The people that got entrepreneurship, got their own little business, small businesses and up. So they get our money, the poor people's money. So when he ain't in office, the Democrats will take and start giving the money back to us, the poor people. But they're taking it from a little from the rich, but mainly from the middle class. So now they like, God, man, when Trump was in office, look, let me tell you something about this manipulation. everybody out there think voting for this man is a good idea. You gonna see, and I think he's gonna win. I do.
Why is that?
Because everything he does, he cheats. He cheats at everything he do. You know, and his administration and all the people that work for him, his party, they all cheaters, man. They all ready to cheat and scam whatever they can get. And this dude, Elon Musk, he ain't no joke, man. He's already a billionaire. Now, you're going to take a billionaire that got all this software stuff out, a master of computers. The man got so much knowledge, he can hack into whatever he wants to. Now, you're going to take this man, this billionaire, and put him over the treasury, over all the money in America. Now, you can't make me think that this billionaire didn't see a way to make more billions if he backed Donald Trump. He done found the way to get into the treasury and fix it where he can steal money, they all can steal, and fix it to where by the time y'all find out who did it, that the money was even missing, it'll be 40, 30 years away.
So you think they'll rob American black?
Man, they gonna rob this country, man. They gonna rob this country good. They gonna rob it. They gonna rob it and take the money from the poor people and give it to the middle class. And it's gonna be chaos, man. It's gonna be chaos. And I told y'all this last year about this year. And it's already happened according to what I spoke on. Everything we speak on in Hustler Spirit is truth, man. We don't just speak out and speak on something unless we can back it up. You know, and where you can see the proof and the evidence is out there. This man got 34 convictions on for felonies. And what I don't like about Kamala Harris and her party, ain't nobody speaking on it. They, you know, if you're going to go into a debate, anytime he try to speak to me, I call him a criminal. Don't speak to me, criminal. And you're a criminal. And I would make sure I keep that into the minds of the people. This man is a criminal. I don't know how you can stand on this stage and even speak to me. When I was in prison, I wasn't real good at law like all the other legal aides in her. But all of the people that was studied law longer than me, they used to come to me because they said I had an eye that I can see the fine details and so I can mix something. I can see something that they miss. I can see a flaw somewhere. And let me tell you the flaw I saw in this Donald Trump thing. Check this out. Now, according to the Constitution and laws of America, if you got felonies, you can't run for office, especially president.
I think you can.
No.
I don't think it's a law saying you can't be a felon and run for president.
Yeah, it is. And so I'm telling you.
So how's he running for then?
Okay, just listen to me. He done went to court and they convicted him, remember? 34 counts. Now, the sentencing judge is waiting on the Supreme Court to come out with a ruling on his immunity defense. He applied for immunity.
They already did.
Okay, well, let me finish explaining. So, they came back saying, here's the fine detail. Listen to this. Oh, he got partial immunity. Now, what is partial immunity? Partial immunity means that there's a land draw on how much immunity he got as president, right? He don't have full immunity where he can just do anything and never be held accountable. He got partial. Partial applies to his job. You know, as president. You know, like, if he make decisions on assassinations and stuff like that, to stop a threat.
While in office.
While in office, he got immunity for any prosecution on that. He's taking his job and protecting the country. And by the means he feels is necessary. He got immunity. Now check this out. What is the difference? Now we got Hitler as a ruler of Germany. Nobody said he had immunity for nothing. They said what he did was murder. This man here, immunity means job related. Now, not paying your taxes ain't got nothing to do with your job. He didn't pay none of that. He done defrauded and he done did a lot of corrupted stuff that wasn't even had nothing to do with his job. He don't have immunity there. Now, what type of people will put a man in office? I'm going to say it. That is a criminal, a convicted criminal, and then got the nerve to tell me, somebody came out of prison, we can't give you a job because you're a felon. But you can let this stupid white man commit all these crimes, and people got killed in that thing that when they stormed the Capitol. They had some people that lost their lives, man. And their families was like still grieving. Ain't nobody want to do nothing about it. I mean, the people responsible ain't even being persecuted for it. They had a few, what they call, they had a few people that they put in prison, fall guys. When I make president, I'm gonna, y'all take the fall from me. When I get in, I'll partner on y'all. He gonna do it too. They took the fall to get pardoned, which makes a lot of more white people trust him. Now we got Kamala Harris. She's running against a man, a nasty man. This is a woman, a real woman, man, running against a foul, nasty man. She should have more backing than she getting. Ain't no other man in this country standing up against this man. What does it make a man feel like? There's a woman doing something that apparently means in this country ain't got the heart to do. To stand up against this foul man and tell him who he is and all this and tell him about himself. Who else is doing it? Everybody's like closed lip. They don't even want to refer to him as a criminal. A convicted felon. And y'all running against this man like y'all running against something. Y'all making him look like he ain't. Y'all making him look like he's never committed a crime in his life. I tell you something, Donald Trump, I never liked you, man. I never liked you, period. And you can see, that, yeah, they're going to show you this video. I never liked you. I never liked you, never will like you. And you don't scare me. You scare all these other Americans. You got people bowing to you, scared of you, scared of consequences, scared of this. Man, you can't put no fear in me, bro. You a punk, man. Donald Trump, you a punk. I've been wanting to tell you that. You, your little party, all of them. You know, y'all ain't no good, bro. I tell you white people, you ain't no good, you ain't no good. Now, I'm a black man in this country, and that's my voice. Fleece Johnson. Yeah. And I want to make it known that I told you you ain't no good. I did. Everybody else scared of you, afraid of you, listen to all that old talk you talk about building the wall. They eating dogs and cats and they eating dogs and cats. This man is crazy, man. I seen a lot of Mexicans and stuff over here. They doing what they been doing since they came over here working.
I think he was talking about the Haitians in Ohio.
He might be right.
Might be right about what?
Some of the things. Because you got people that come over here in America. Now, I'm going to be truthful. It ain't on the scale where he's talking. But you got people come over here, can't get a job. They don't want to get a job. They don't want to give their own Americans jobs over here. And then these people, you look at the homeless population. What do you think they eat? They eat out of garbage can. They eat anything. You can throw a piece of a hamburger on the ground, they're going to pick it up and eat it, man. They hungry. And I hate it that people live like that. And they got other immigrants over here that I know for a fact has ate some stuff. But here's the thing. Why not help them? If they are eating cats and dogs, why not help them? Why not give them a job where they can eat some hamburgers and hot dogs? Why not make their life better where you can send them to schools, teach them how to be doctors and lawyers and police officers and army veterans? Other than they eat cats and dogs and I'm going to send them out of here. It ain't the American way, man. This country ain't evil. Like Donald Trump try to make it look like it is. You got a lot of white people over here. I don't want to care about all that, what white people did in slavery. I wasn't back in them days. And I wouldn't wait for it. I'm living in the days now. And I used to make this mistake when I'm mad at somebody white. And I'll say white people. Like I'm referring to all of them. All of them ain't bad. All blacks ain't bad. But we got a lot of them that are. We got a lot of white people that's bad too. But we got a lot that is good. Good heart people. Nice families, nice kids, nice everything. Donald Trump is not one of them. I'm telling y'all sitting there being fooled by this man. Now y'all think it's funny when y'all vote and put this ignorant clown back in office? Okay, well when he gets in office and he start taking all the food stamps and all the benefits from the poor people, what do you think these poor people gonna do? Now that they can't get benefits, food stamps, and nothing, you think they're gonna just sit around and starve themselves to death? Now, the money he took from the poor people, he gave to the middle class. See? That's not the rich. That's just the people that got their own little business, doing pretty good. Retired from GE, retired from Ford. You know, people that, you know, work. These poor people, and them, they gonna go at it. The battle gonna be right there. The poor people gonna be trying to steal, beat them, shoot them, rob them. It's gonna be so much crime. If that man makes it in office, expect the crime to even skyrocket. He take all them benefits, it's gonna be crazy in her. And so now the rich people, where he's at, they looking down on this little thing between the poor and the middle class. This little battle. They at the top where Donald Trump is at. If you actually think he's gonna get in there and make his country great or whatever, it's how? How?
You say he's gonna make it great again?
Yeah, how? When was it great? When was it great? When y'all had slaves? When they had slaves? When the white man didn't have to do nothing? We had everybody out there in these cotton fields and doing all the work for him, building everything for him, slave labor. No, it ain't gonna go back to that. See, you're making a mistake. Where we done been, we don't need to go back to. We need to keep going forward. We done been through slavery, we done been through depressions, we done been through a whole lot of terrorist attacks, almost an economic collapse. We don't need to go back through that. We need to go forward. If he ain't talking about going forward, why are you gonna let this man take you to go backwards? You vote for him, you're making a big mistake. I'm gonna tell you, you're making a mistake. As far as I'm concerned, it don't matter to me because I'm gonna make it regardless. Whether I can work for a living, not work, or steal for a living. I'm gonna make it. But I'm talking about you people out here that claim that you love America. I love my country. Go on and do that stupid stuff. And I'm going to say before my last word again, Donald Trump, you a punk. I want my voice heard. I'm never scared of a punk like you. I met white people like you in prison. When I did 40 years, I met a white boy just like you. Had all the whites in there following him. He ran some stuff to them, had their minds all like, you follow me, I'm taking you to the promised land, all that old stuff. They were doing what they want. When they met me, it changed. When I got done with him, everybody that followed him turned against him. Because they saw him for who he is. He's a punk. A punk. Now, if I vote for somebody, I'm going to vote for somebody that I really believe will give his life for me, for mine. Somebody that I know will give his life for this country. That's who I would vote for, somebody that I know will actually give his life to save his country. Do you think he will? Do you actually think Donald Trump will give his life to save anybody? Do you think he will even contemplate it? And then all of you blacks out there that claim, I'm going to call you what you are, you Uncle Tom chalk mouth, no good. That's my opinion of it. The ones that want to follow this man and try to put him in office because your greed is this. You got the same greed as he do. Your greed is, yeah, I know he's going to take money from the poor people, take all their food stamps, cut out all their benefits, and take that money and give it to us in the middle class. In the hell with them. Not the hell with you, chalk mouth. You know, where I come from, people stood for something. It don't matter if you locked up or not locked up. You know, you had some sort of, what you call it, pride, man, where you don't sell people out for money. You know, it's only so far we'll go, and I would never sell out a country full of my people to put a man in office just so I can get something. A little extra money. And I know he's going to destroy these people. Now, I'm not putting him in, You know, I'm going to stay true, man. You know, but, you know, we had blacks like y'all back in slavery, the ones that worked for the white man, the ones that if we ran, he'll send y'all to catch us. Go get them. Yeah, master, I'm going to get them. He said, bring you back. Man, get out of my face. Hey, but I tell you what, they like it in America now. You got a lot of blacks that is trying to go along with this man, put him back in office. They gonna sell out all the blacks in the country. You a chalk mouth, bro. I call you what you are, do something about it. Chalk mouth.
Hey, Fleece, I had a question guy sent me. I think we've talked about it before, but I can't remember. How were the Muslims treated in prison after 9/11?
Well, I can't speak for all prisons. I can speak for Kentucky, in the Kentucky prison system. I sat there. I wasn't even in a hole. I was on the yard, and somebody told me, "Police, turn your TV on, man." And I sat there and I'm looking up at it, and I'm watching these airplanes go through these buildings. Now I know we under attack. Our man started racing because there was a law out that if there's a war fought on the inside of the country,
American soil,
on American soil, then you go and kill all the prisoners. That used to be a law for real. I don't know if it's still in effect, but everybody was kind of concerned about this.
Wait a minute. You said if the law was if a war broke out on American soil.
Yeah, from a foreign nation.
From a foreign nation, that the first thing they was gonna do was kill the inmates?
Kill the prisoners.
Not let y'all fight, but
kill us. Because they feel like the ones that got locked up is their enemies anyway. That's why they got us locked up. Mm-hmm. And they feel, if we get out while they fighting, see, now they got two motherfuckers to fight, right? They got to fight the ones that they fighting. Now they got to try to stop all these inmates from stealing and killing. So when 9/11 hit, we was all concerned about if they get ready to come in and try to do us, man. So everybody started trying to, because they had the prison on lockdown. They put everything on lockdown. And we sat there waiting. So after it was over, I already knew. First, let me tell you why I think the war started. Now, the terrorists was already over here. They was plotting and planning. They was getting in, becoming Air Force pilots and all this stuff. So, Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma bomber, he was getting ready to get electrocuted. And I sat there and remember watching him. They said everybody's out there holding candles at night. They said at a certain time, Timothy McVeigh was electrocuted, all that stuff, right? And all the Americans started dancing and hollering, yay! Right after that, 9/11 hit. It's like, let me take that smile off your face. And then they over in their country dance. Now, as far as the Muslims, now we all know that our enemy that attacked us was Muslims. You know, their religion. But it wasn't no real attitude towards the Muslims.
What, in prison?
No, because the Muslims is like, when they got a strong leader, he keeps them well disciplined. And they don't do what everybody else do. You know, walk around the yard fighting, cussing, talking all that street stuff, stealing and stuff. They conduct themselves like, supposed to conduct themselves like respectful people, but they do dirt too. You know, I done seen them screw people in the butt, steal. I done seen them do it, but it wasn't no whole bunch of prejudice stuff against them. But we did sit around and talk, though, that if a war did break out, and if we thought the Muslims was going to take sides with the Muslims that is coming over with the terrorist attack, then yeah, our fight would be against them. But we know for a fact that the Muslims over here don't really affiliate with the Muslims in these foreign nations that is going by the Hadith. They're not going by the Holy Quran. They're going by this Hadith thing, a person's opinion. And I done read the Quran and it didn't leave no detailed instruction on way of life. You know, it's a real good book. And our angel actually did reveal it. Now, the angel wasn't commissioned by God, though, but he did. And it helped them. So, I done seen that the problem is really with the agents. See, these white people that laid over here, they managed to get this country from the hands of the Indians through liquor, deceit, liquor and deceit. When they gave them Indians rifles, that's what caused them the war. You know, when they had them Earls, they were shooting, man, you see a whole cavalry go down, wouldn't see an Indian in sight. You don't know where they at. Let's give them rifles. So when they go pow over there, it came from over there. And give them liquor, keep them drunk, then we can outthink them and all that. Took the land. So that's why the American flag is red, white, and blue. I mean, white, red, and blue. You know, they said black people were so black they look blue. The first white people had it. Red, white, and blue was the Indians, was the red. Taken from the whites, and then the blues supposed to be in the black. But anyway, let me get back to the point. The point is this. They done took this country. Now you got these agents over here. And according to statistics, you can Google the richest family per household in America are Asians, then the Indians, then the white people, then the blacks, you know, and all that. And so that's why they was jumping on some Asians last year and the year before, because they see they taking over. The Indians is whatever that Indian chief told them way back when they signed a peace treaty, man, go on, let's settle for the reservation. At least we'll be alive to grow and prosper, and then someday we get our country back. They almost there. They the second richest families in America is the Indians, the Asians, Indians. White people steady sinking, and black people is almost there with them now. where we getting ready to surpass them, and they be at the bottom. This thing Donald Trump is doing, a lot of these blacks, you chalk mouths, you dumb and you ignorant, you don't know nothing. This man is trying to turn that table of taking these white people and putting them all the way back on top again, putting everybody back at the bottom to scrape and fight for a position in this country. And y'all helping him position himself. And you know what? When he does position himself, if he gets in there, now all the ones that have him, hey, you gonna wish you didn't. He gonna make you wish you didn't.